today we're going to show you on how to plug in the oxygen infusion handles. So first thing first, you want to make sure you can be able to do is connect the power cord. And then once you have done that, you can be able to actually plug in all the components on the side, as you could see here. Now I can be able to demonstrate and show you what each piping do and handpiece they do. So the one that you get with the yellow filter, you're going to be using this for diamond handle. And what you're going to do is you could actually connect this to where it says vacuum. Now, anytime you want to use the diamond or the crystal one, you would have to switch it out. So for instance, this would be the diamond, and you would plug it into the vacuum section, and you would connect the piping diamond handle on here. And then moving on, let's say for instance, to the more a little bit complicated looking ones, I can be able to explain to you. So the crystal handle, you actually get it so like this already in a bag. You can take it out, and what you would do is you actually get screws as well to make sure it is tightly put into its position. So what you're going to be doing, put in the smaller tubing where it says powder out. Thus you're going to connect the smaller tubing of the same crystal handle, and then you would do the bigger one, bigger hose where it says powder in and vacuum. You would connect it there. Thanks for the assistant, and then you would tighten it back in. Once you do this, you can actually be able to use your crystal. Now, going on to the back of the unit, I just want to show it to you. These are where the crystal jars are at. You're not going to be touching, they're already assembled there. Keep in mind, the one with the filter inside is always going to be the dirty jar, meaning the dirty skin cell that goes in here, the dirty skin. And this is where the fresh, clean powder goes into. You can be able to do is just unscrew the cap, apply the new product powder in there, and then once you've done that, you can be able to close it tight. I just wanted to show it to you guys. So since it's super sealed really well, you would put in the powders through here, and once you've done that, you close the cap tightly all the way in. And then this is where the dirty skin goes. You can either unscrew from here in the bottom, as you could see, and take it out and empty out the dead skins, and you put it back into its place. And you can just keep that filter in there until you notice that it's discolorated, and after usage of over about anywhere from 7 months to up to a year and a half, depending how often used. So this is the crystal part of the unit. Moving on to the next functions. So anytime you do want to use the diamond, you would unplug these two, and you would put in the diamond one type that I showed it to you guys. Now, moving on to the next one, and you also get a tray where you can be able to hang your items, but I don't have it plugged in for this particular one. You do as well have an option to get the vacuum wand alone itself. Now this is typically used after you've done the crystal treatment. You want to get the extra crystal off the skin. So you would do is you would unplug the crystal powder area, plug this into where it says vacuum. And the way this tip is, it's smooth. This will help pick up any kind of leftovers for the crystal powders. And by doing this, you would remove any of the extra crystals that's left around the face, and then you can go back and use the diamond tip. Moving on to the next one, which is going to be the oxygen insufflation, which has an option on the top. So anytime you want to use this, as you could see in the demonstration in the image here, you can be able to plug this in, tighten that, doing the same thing with this one. Now keep in mind for this one, whenever you do want to take this pipe out, you would want to make sure to press this to loosen it. Now as I'm plugging in, it's not going to be too much of a problem, but I'm just going to press it in all the way. And once he does that, it fits perfectly in. And anytime I do want to use this, I would go here. I would make sure the power on the back of the unit is on. I would turn it on from here. And anytime I do want to use this one, I will click on oxygen insufflation, as you can see. And once you click on that, you would press on start. And this starts functioning on it after about 5 seconds. And you can actually be able to see and feel the pressure on your hand, as you can hear it. As you can see it on my hand. And now this helps with penetration of the product deeper into your skin, as well as pure oxygen infusing into your skin. Once you're done, you would do pause. And anytime you do want to use, let's say, the vacuum, you would turn it on there. And for the crystals, you can actually be able to have the control of the suction, just like for the diamond, for the vacuum, and as well as for the crystal. And then with the crystal one as well, you do have an option for the control of the flow of the crystal, as you can see here. That's low to max on that. And that controls how much crystal to be powder coming out. And that would be only used during when you're doing the crystal treatment on this. And then last but not least, we also happen to have the airbrush gun. You can be able to plug in, as you can see. There's only one plug-in for the airbrush gun. You would plug into where the image shows of the airbrush gun. And once you've tightly put it in securely, and like I said, anytime you want to take it out, you would press it down, hold on to the blue button in order to not cause any pull to any of it. Push it in, and then coming out to here, anytime you want to use the oxygen sprayer, you would go oxygen sprayer, select on that, and then press on start. And once you press on start and push down to the airbrush gun, you would feel the flow of oxygen coming out. And anytime you want to use your product with it, you would just unplug, open this, and you put in your products and serums in there and spray it out to your client's face on this. And then also you do have the oxygen mask. Now for the oxygen mask, you will be using the dehumidifier area, as you can see. Now you do get a clear pipe like this where you'll be connecting for the oxygen mask in there. And now just in case, the manufacturer itself as well, we put in extra tubings in there in order to ensure that just in case if you do need new tubings, you do have the extra ones that you get in the suitcase. But they're just extra to be used for that. Pretty much just how you can be using the oxygen infusion.